Hello and welcome to another episode of Rebel Rogue, where today I'll be showing you how to assemble push-fit models.
Rebel Rogue.
Push-fit, press-fit, easy to build, does it really matter? It's just these simple frames that you often find in start collecting boxes, starter sets, stuff like that. Sometimes they say easy to build, sometimes they're just push-fit, sometimes they're monopose, it doesn't really matter. But I'll show you how to assemble them. The first thing that you will need is your model, of course, and you will need either a pair of clippers or a hobby knife. Something like this is a suitable knife, or though you can use one of those extending hardware knives that snap off, or the Stanley knife sort of thing, which is more solid. Anything that can basically cut plastic. So I'm going to show you on this intercessor. It's slightly easier to build. So you need to clip out your different parts from the sprue, making sure that you don't clip any important detail. I'm going to start with the base because it's the largest part and the main part of the miniature. It's an important part. So you just clip it out like so. Then you clip out each of the individual parts. If you have instructions, I just pick these up from a local shop, so I don't. But if you have instructions, do follow them. They usually give you very helpful information about the model you're assembling, or rather about how to assemble it. So you clip out your separate parts, and then it's merely a matter of pushing them together. Make sure you avoid these pins that you see. You might see little ridges. Cut the little ridges, don't cut the pins off. I nearly cut a pin off because I'm used to how intercessors go together, but this is a different intercessor. It's a push-fit intercessor. Taking off all the individual parts. So, the next step is to clean up your parts. I'm going to be using a hobby knife to do this, though you could use your clippers. Just taking off any bits of flashing or sprue that may be left on, being very careful not to gouge too big a hole in the plastic. If you want to, or have the time, or can be bothered to, you can take the mould lines off. Which, to do so, you would find your mould line, which I can't seem to find them on this. There's a slight mould line down here. Take it and you just rub the back of your knife against it. If you aren't using a knife and you're using wire cutters or clippers, then this step is a lot harder. I would just miss out removing mould lines unless they're very, very serious. If you're trying to clean up with clippers, take your clippers and be very careful. Go near where you're trying to cut, and just carefully cut off any excess sprue. Having cleaned up your model, the final step is to push fit it together, or press fit it, or just basically to put it together. So you would follow your instructions normally, but I don't have any, so I'm just going to hope it works. I'm going to put the head in, the slot for the head, then I'm going to align the pins, wait for the head to drop out, line the pins up properly, like so. Put the head in and push it together. Like so. Being very careful. Don't get more light on this. Right. Very careful not to break the pins, and just pushing everything together. It should hold, but if you're a more experienced hobbyist, you can, and you've got glue, or if you want to go and buy glue, then you can go and buy glue, and you can glue put glue on each of the pins before you glue it, you put it together. But make sure to test fit it like this, assembling it like this beforehand, just to check it all works and goes together. As you can see, the head is a little loose, but it does allow you to pose it, sort of, about 45 degrees, and then I slot it into the base. So, there you have a push-fit intercessor, completely ready for the tabletop if you were going to do them unpainted. If you want to paint him, which I would recommend, you can check out a link in the top right hand corner, should pop up if I remember to do so. You'll be able to check out my Painting Space Marines playlist, or I can't really give you a guide for Stormcast Eternals because I don't have one on it. I don't really collect them. But Painting Space Marines, depending on when this video is released, I think there's only a Blood Angels one at the minute, but if you subscribe to the channel, then you will not miss the new videos that will be coming out through September and October of all of these Space Marines being painted. So, hope you've enjoyed the video. Feel free to like, share and subscribe, and check out the Facebook page. It will be linked in the description below if you want to contact us. And you can check out these videos which should pop up, and you can subscribe to the channel. So, I'll see you for the next video.